You are listening to AMA Glossary of Medical Terms audiobook, created by Language Access Academy. Let's keep our momentum going as we move right into the letter D. First up on our list is debridement. This is the surgical removal of dead, damaged, or infected tissue, or sometimes foreign material from a wound or a burn to help it heal properly. Decompression sickness is the formation of gas bubbles in the body's tissues as a result of a scuba diver ascending too quickly from deep water. You will often hear this commonly referred to as the bends. Deep vein thrombosis is the formation of a blood clot inside of a deep-lying vein, which most usually occurs in the legs. Defecation is the passing of feces out of the body through the anus, simply put, a bowel movement. In a cardiac emergency, medical professionals might use defibrillation, which is a short electric shock to the chest to normalize an irregular heartbeat. Degenerative arthritis is the breakdown of the cartilage lining the bones in joints. It usually affects weight-bearing joints like the knee, causing stiffness and pain. You might also hear this called osteoarthritis. Dehydration is an excessive and potentially dangerous loss of water from the body. Dementia is a gradual decline in mental ability, usually caused by a brain disease, such as Alzheimer's disease. A depilatory is a chemical hair remover. When a drug is given via a depot injection, it means it is injected deep into a muscle. The drug is specially designed to absorb slowly into the body over time. Depression involves feelings of hopelessness, sadness, and a general disinterest in life. These feelings often have no specific external cause and may be the result of a psychiatric illness. Dermabrasion is the removal of the surface layer of skin with a sanding wheel, often used to treat scarring or to remove tattoos. Speaking of the skin, dermatitis is simply the inflammation of the skin. This occurs in the dermis, which is the inner skin layer. In allergy treatments, desensitization is the process of making a person less allergic to a substance by injecting gradually increasing amounts of that substance. This is sometimes done to prevent anaphylactic shock. Detoxification is a treatment given either to fight a person's dependence on alcohol or other drugs, or to rid the body of a poisonous substance and its harmful effects. Dextrocardia is a rare genetic condition in which the heart is located on the right side of the body, instead of the left. Dextrose is just another name for the sugar glucose. Let's look at a couple of related conditions. Diabetes insipidus is a rare condition characterized by increased urine production. On the other hand, diabetes mellitus is a much more common form of diabetes in which the body cannot properly store or use glucose, which is the body's main source of energy. When a patient experiences kidney failure, they may need dialysis. This is a procedure where artificial means are used to filter waste, maintain the body's acid-base balance, and remove excess fluid. In pediatrics, diaper rash is a common condition in babies where the skin in the diaper area becomes irritated and red, usually because of exposure to urine, feces, or heat. The diaphragm has two meanings in medicine. Anatomically, it is the large, dome-shaped muscle separating the abdomen and chest that contracts and relaxes to make breathing possible. It also refers to a thin, rubber dome that is used as a barrier method of female contraception. When checking blood pressure, the diastolic pressure is the bottom number. It measures the blood pressure when the heart is at rest between beats. Diathermy is the use of high-frequency currents, microwaves, or ultrasound to produce heat deep in the body. It is used to increase blood flow, relieve pain, or destroy diseased tissue. Going back to our very first term, dilatation and curettage, often called a D&C, is a procedure in which the vagina and cervix are widened, and the lining of the uterus is scraped away to diagnose and treat disorders of the uterus. Diphtheria is a bacterial infection that causes a fever, headache, sore throat, and possibly death. Fortunately, thanks to vaccines, diphtheria is very rare in developed countries. A disc prolapse is a disorder in which one of the discs located between the vertebrae in the spine breaks down, and its pulpy interior squeezes out, causing painful pressure on a nerve. This is commonly called a slipped or ruptured disc. A dislocation is the displacement of the two bones in a joint. Distension refers to swelling, enlargement, or stretching of a body part. A diuretic is a drug that increases the amount of water in the urine, removing excess water from the body. It is frequently used in treating high blood pressure and fluid retention. Diverticulitis is the inflammation of diverticula, which are small sacs that can form in the intestine's inner lining. It can cause fever, pain, and abdominal tenderness. DNA stands for deoxyribonucleic acid. It is the molecule responsible for passing genetic information in nearly all organisms. Within our DNA, a dominant gene is a gene that always produces its effect when it is present. Dopamine is a chemical that transmits messages in the brain and plays a major role in movement and coordination. Down syndrome is a genetic disorder in which a person's cells have one too many chromosomes, causing moderate to severe mental handicap and a characteristic physical appearance. Duchenne muscular dystrophy is a genetic condition occurring in boys in which nerves degenerate and muscles get progressively weaker. Moving to the digestive tract, a duodenal ulcer is an erosion in the inner lining of the wall of the first part of the small intestine. This first part of the small intestine, located immediately following the stomach, is called the duodenum. Dysentery is a severe intestinal infection that causes abdominal pain and diarrhea with blood or mucus. Dyspnea is the medical term for difficulty breathing. And finally, for the letter D, dystrophy refers to any disorder in which cells become damaged or do not develop properly because they do not receive adequate nutrition.